Hello, Royal Sussex Squad. Welcome back to another episode where we bring you the real, unfiltered truth about the Sussexes while dismantling the absurdity that is the British royal media. Before we dive in, make sure you hit that subscribe button and show some love with a super thanks. It helps us continue bringing you the content you love. Now, let's get into it. So let's talk about this latest royal soap opera, the so-called surprise revelation from Kate Middleton about her cancer treatment at Royal Marsden Hospital. Now, before anyone gets it twisted, let's be clear. Cancer is no joke, and we would never diminish anyone's health struggles, but the timing of this announcement, it raised eyebrows. January 14th, the day before Meghan's show, With Love Meghan, was originally supposed to be released. Coincidence? We think not. Time and time again we see this pattern. Whenever Meghan steps into the spotlight for something positive, the royal machine scrambles to shift attention elsewhere. And let's be honest, Kate has been outside more this year than she has in the past 5 combined. Why? Because Meghan's been visible, thriving, and doing what she does best, winning hearts. And let's not forget Jason Nauf, the royal family's favourite puppet, dragged out yet again to push that tired, bullying narrative. Really? They're running out of material. And let's address the elephant in the room. Meghan isn't out here airing dirty laundry or throwing jabs at Buckingham Palace. She's cooking. She's baking, laughing, and sharing recipes with friends. That's the grand threat to the monarchy. This is what has them shaking in their boots. Imagine the fragility of an institution that sees a lifestyle show as a full-blown attack. According to In Touch Weekly, the royal family is apparently divided over Meghan's show. King Charles, Queen Camilla, and Prince William are allegedly not watching. Oh, please, we all know they've seen every episode. But interestingly, Beatrice and Eugenie, who have always been on good terms with Harry and Meghan, are said to be supportive and complimentary. The shocker? According to this so-called source, Kate Middleton herself isn't even making a fuss about With Love Meghan. In fact, she reportedly finds it harmless, and even sees it as a positive thing. Oh, but let's not forget that this is the same Kate who, not too long ago, was implicated in those alleged racist comments toward Meghan. And now she suddenly shares interest in gardening, baking, and beekeeping? Please! If history tells us anything, it's that Kate is already planning how to copy-keening every inch of Meghan's show. But here's the bigger question. Why does the British media and the royal establishment continue to expose their own desperation? If With Love Meghan was truly harmless, why was there an orchestrated attack against her in the first place? Why did they trot out Jason Nauf? Why did they attempt to overshadow her release date? The answer is simple. They fear Meghan's influence. They see how effortlessly she wins hearts, how she builds her brand without scandal, without desperation, without using a centuries-old institution as a crutch. If Meghan making crepes on Netflix is seen as an existential threat to the monarchy, what does that say about the monarchy itself? Maybe the real problem isn't Meghan. Maybe the real problem is an outdated, insecure institution that can't handle a woman who is independent, successful, and unbothered by their nonsense. The British royal family has a well-documented history of employing the same 3-step strategy whenever Meghan shines: copy, attack, and distract. We've seen this happen time and time again. The moment Meghan does something innovative, fresh, or simply well-received, the palace suddenly scrambles to mimic it, hoping to steal some of her magic. We saw it when Meghan guest-edited British Vogue's Forces for Change issue, an edition that sold out instantly and became a global sensation. And what did Kate do soon after? Released a generic photo project to try and match Meghan's success. The same happened with the Archwell Foundation's impactful work, only for William and Kate to launch the half-baked Earthshot Prize with significantly less enthusiasm and engagement from the public. Now, With Love, Meghan is out, and we are already seeing whispers that Kate will suddenly become the UK's newest homemaker queen, conveniently embracing cooking, gardening, and all things domestic. But let's not forget the second step in their playbook: attack. When copying isn't enough, the royal machine turns vicious. The smear campaigns start rolling, the tabloids are set loose, and suddenly Meghan is painted as the villain simply for existing. Meghan can't even breathe without being accused of plotting some elaborate PR stunt, while the actual PR stunts coming from Kensington Palace go unquestioned. And finally, distract. This is where Kate's conveniently timed hospital visit and health announcement come into play. It's clear that the monarchy needs to keep Meghan out of the headlines, So what better way than dropping major personal news right before her show's launch? This isn't speculation, it's a pattern. Despite being the future king, William seemingly spends an extraordinary amount of time ensuring Meghan is never seen as the victor. If Meghan succeeds, he must counter it. If Meghan is praised, he must ensure she is also criticized. If Meghan and Harry launch a project, he must find a way to overshadow it. Why? Because William cannot stand that his own wife lacks Meghan's natural charisma, effortless compassion, and international appeal. Let's not forget that William was allegedly one of the key figures behind the relentless smear campaign against Meghan during her time in the UK. His deep-seated jealousy, masked as a need to uphold royal protocol, fueled many of the leaks and orchestrated hit pieces we saw unfold. And what's more telling? While he claims not to watch with love Meghan, we know he has. He's watched every episode, dissected every scene, and is undoubtedly fuming that Meghan continues to win hearts while the royal family struggles to stay relevant. Meghan makes a wholesome, family-friendly lifestyle show, and what happens? The media loses their minds. Royal experts call it a desperate PR move, and the narrative quickly shifts to finding ways to criticize it. But when Kate does something similar, whether it's launching a vanity project or simply stepping outside for a 10-minute engagement, she's praised as the future of the monarchy. The media bends over backward to rewrite history and create a fairy tale version of Kate while doing everything in their power to tarnish Meghan's image. So what does this tell us? That the royal establishment and its media lackeys aren't actually interested in fairness, objectivity, or truth. They are committed to propping up the royals even when they're dull, uninspiring, and completely out of touch, while vilifying Meghan simply because she won't conform to their outdated system. One of the biggest reasons the royal family can't stop obsessing over Meghan and Harry is simple: the Sussex effect. No matter how much the media tries to drag them down, no matter how many smear campaigns the palace orchestrates, Meghan and Harry continue to thrive. They are, without a doubt, the most influential members to ever step away from the royal fold, and that fact drives the institution into a frenzy. Let's break it down. Meghan and Harry are global icons. They are invited to high-profile events, courted by major brands, and consistently praised for their humanitarian work. When they speak, the world listens. When they launch a project, people pay attention. Their reach extends far beyond Britain, unlike the rest of the royal family, who struggle to stay relevant outside of the UK tabloid bubble. Compare that to the royals left behind, William and Kate, struggling to maintain public interest despite their desperate PR moves. King Charles, barely able to generate enthusiasm beyond royalists who cling to tradition. Camilla, well, let's just say no one is lining up to watch with love Camilla. The Sussex effect is a reflection of authenticity, charisma, and modern appeal, qualities the British monarchy simply does not possess. Meghan and Harry have built a life based on genuine service rather than duty, dictated by outdated customs. They don't need a palace, fancy titles, or taxpayer-funded perks to make a difference, and that's precisely why the royal family fears them. The monarchy was built on control of the narrative, control of the people, control of its own members. But Meghan and Harry broke free, proving that true influence comes from character, not crowns. And as long as they continue to live their truth, the Sussex effect will always overshadow the outdated institution they left behind. So what do you all think, Royal Sussex Squad? Is Kate really unbothered, or is she just realizing she can't keep up with Meghan's natural star power? And why is the monarchy so terrified of a lifestyle show? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe, like, and hit that super thanks button to support the channel. We'll be back with more tea, more truth, and more takedowns of the royal nonsense. Until next time, stay bold, stay brilliant, and keep shining like the Sussexes.